Today's guide has been sponsored by Embark Studios for the launch of Arc Raiders. It's here. There's tons of important tech, quality of life tricks, and secrets that devs tucked under the sheets of this extraction shooter that should not be slept on. So here are 20 things to help keep you alive and make your life easier while exploring the PvPvE sandbox of Arc Raiders. It's finally out, so let's get into it. First up, use of the built-in Parkour system is going to separate the fresh, pine-scented new players from the smelly, all-day, everyday skilled players. Like, you can exit many of the windows, spin around 180, and then hold jump during the fall to grab onto lower edges. Quick way to swap between floors or throw off enemy teams expecting you to just strut down the interior stairs right into them. You can also 180 off an edge while immediately holding jump to go straight into a hang, then hold left or right and tap jump to strafe downward, which lets you parkour between floors easily. Grabbing onto the edge of objects can save you from fall damage in some situations, so eye a nearby ledge and hold jump during the fall to grab it to create shortcuts that are snuck in all over the world. Once you start doing movement tricks like this, you'll start seeing the entire map in a whole deeper level. Zip lines can also be used in the air to eliminate fall damage, allowing for faster movement efficiency, along with ladders, which have a built-in momentum animation as your character slows to a stop while gripping the sides. Instead of using ladders the normal, boring way, use this knowledge to fall down them faster, grab it at the last moment. I'm not responsible if you splat. Next up, instead of holding the item input to bring up this radial menu, then toggle to the thing, then use the thing, you can actually just tap the item input to quick swap between items in your hand. Like this, blip, blop, bloop, blop. I'm available for game dev sound effects, just putting that out there. You likely already know that stowing your weapon lets you sprint faster, and you can hold the crouch input to continually slide down steep slopes, but this crouch slide can also be used to watch behind you. If you crouch while sprinting and then flick your aim around during the slide, you can safety check behind you, see if you're being followed while maintaining your forward movement. Simple way to watch your back while keeping pace with your teammates. Doors that you have to stop and breach. If you use the interact input off to the side of the door, you're able to move the camera around just far enough to look behind you, see if anyone is lurking on you from that loud sound you're making. Also, it's a good habit to close doors behind you, because using your earballs for opening doors is one of the easiest ways to know if anyone is creeping up behind you. You may have seen this one trend online, but if you're knocked down by an extraction point, you're still able to call in the elevator in the downed animation and even interact with the return console. If you end a match battered down on all fours or all threes, it still counts as a successful extract, and you keep all the stuff you crammed into that backpack. The Hornet drones can bog down new players, especially if you're playing solo, mostly because of their electric stun attack and their ability to tank a decent amount of damage. A guaranteed way to avoid their stun shock, though, is to listen for this audio cue, and then their red laser tightens and momentarily glows an extra bright red. This is the input window to dodge, which will entirely avoid getting hit by that attack. That lets you dance around these Hornets until you can find some shelter or buy you time in between pumping ammo into them. Taking down arc enemies is an easy way to obtain arc Powercells. These will default into your backpack, but if you swap them over to your quick use bar, you can shove these into yourself to recharge part of your shield. So, need to top off your shield? Just take down the squishiest, weakest drone you can find, get an arc Powercell. If you have the in-round crafting unlock from the skill tree, you can open your inventory during a match, toggle over to the crafting tab, and assemble things here if you have the required materials. Like converting those arc Powercells into stronger shield rechargers. You can also craft healing bandages, little smoke grenades, adrenaline shots grenades, and a few other things in here. If you need some extra materials in the middle of a match, you can break things down from your inventory, reverting them to their base components. Also, if you're looting but your backpack is full, you can salvage things into their lesser components that you might be able to then add onto stacks of materials you already have taking up space in your backpack. Right when you first start Arc Raiders, like actually step number 1, I probably should have started with this one, but I had to get you in with the parkour part. Go to Scrappy, press Train, and hit Track Resources to have an icon show up on loot indicating if it's something that you need to take back with you. In this case, it's a dog collar, and once found, this levels up Scrappy to be able to bring back more free resources for you. A dog collar can be found in residential areas, and if you highlight major locations on your map, it'll reveal what type of loot table they have, like residential, industrial, security, mechanical, and so on. As soon as a match starts, you might want to open the map and hit the ping button on your listed quests and tracked resources, because this will indicate to your teammates what you're on the lookout for while looting. Also, once you have some workshop stations built, toggle over to their level up tab and hit track resources on that too, because this will let you know what to look out for and bring back early in the game. If you're entirely out of shield rechargers, you can actually swap out to a different shield in the middle of combat, if you have one. The new one that you equip will start out entirely depleted for balancing reasons, but it'll slowly refill over time up to a full shield if you can avoid taking damage while it reboots. If you happen to find one of these field crates that you can pick up, open your map and look for a nearby icon that's labeled Field Depot. If you carry that crate over to the Field Depot, it'll crack the thing open and, you guessed it, it's a container of loot that you might successfully extract with, or you might leave on your corpse because you failed. Extraction Shooter. It's fun when you live. One of the many things to keep your earballs open for are raider caches. If you're in proximity of one, listen for this sound. These will yield general survival resources for your raider. When putting together your loadout, you can hold control on PC, select multiple things, even swap between tabs, and select your entire kit while keeping control held, then shift-click to automatically move every single thing you selected into your inventory all at once. On controller, it's a little different. Hold left trigger and then press select to toggle multiple things, then press the actions input, then poke quick move. You're most likely going to bring in some ammo stacks each match, so you might as well throw a stack of ammo into your safe pocket right from the start, which your weapons can pull from. So if you get quickly melted early in the match, you at least don't lose also that full stack of ammo. As you find things that are more important, just swap that with the ammo to safe pocket it, prevent it from loss on death. Once you've built the gunsmith, upgrading the overall level of your weapons is quite important, like in this case with the Rattler. Each upgrade increases its total magazine size. Gaining higher ammo counts to lower the chances of having to do that awkward reload dance in the middle of combat will keep you alive more than almost anything else when you come face to face with another player. In the gunsmith, don't forget about those attachments you can craft either, like for the Rattler, a few simple materials, plastic parts, and duct tape let you craft a grip that you can equip onto it. The angled grip reduces the side-to-side recoil when fired, and the vertical grip reduces the upward recoil. Either will make it easier to keep your aim locked on your target, and they're easy to craft. Leveling up other weapons can be a bit different, like with the Stitcher, it gains improved stability and reload speed when it's upgraded. I'm a big fan of the Stitcher as one of your 2 early game weapons to have on you, and crouching with it really tightens its spread. If you want a larger ammo capacity for the Stitcher though, you can outright buy an extended magazine from one of the traders, put that on, or craft an extended magazine yourself. These early game magazines will require a spring to craft, which you might not have too many of at this point, but you can salvage things out of your stash, like rusted tools, to earn materials that you don't currently have without needing to head out into a full raid. This trader will swap you items like springs just for assorted seeds. So it's useful to actually stop and gather those plants during the match that you might just be running right past. You can buy stuff with nature. Another auditory loot cue to hear out for is indicating if an arc probe is nearby. It'll sound like this. After you breach one of these probes, it'll open up not just 1 container of loot, not just 2 container of loot, not 3 container of loot. Wait, yeah. It opens 3 containers of loot. If you start running low on stash space, you can expand your stash by spending coins. Don't have enough coins though? Make sure to check your MISC, Miscellaneous Items tab, and anything in here with a diamond symbol on it you can sell for a decent chunk of coins. That might get you just enough to fuel an upgrade. Smoke grenades are a multifunctional lifesaver, so you might want to take some with you if you have any. Smoke grenades can be used to cut off the line of sight and disengage arc enemies, or smoke can come in clutch for mid-combat revives of downed teammates. Barricades can also save the day when the squad starts to fall, but they're a little harder to come by, I find, than smokes. In the early game, the level 1 utility station lets you craft little smoke grenades, and these have a much smaller area of effect, but can still be useful for disengaging arc enemies in some situations. If you're in a squad and get knocked down, don't just cry to be picked back up. Turn yourself into the team's UAV. Use that ping button to help mark enemies that you can see for your teammates in combat. This will increase the chances of your team surviving that encounter to then be able to pick up your worthless butt. From the main menu, you can toggle to the Decks tab to see the full list of timed challenges you can complete to earn the blue currency called Cred. Cred can be used to purchase things from these decks, and some of these are skins, but others are actually containers of extra resources or items. Might get access to some things that you haven't even found yet. During a match, you can open your inventory and toggle over to the logbook, and this is another way to see what your current challenges are. Something to know about the augments that you can equip to your character are that these dictate the level of shield you can wear, your backpack's total slots, carrying weight, number of safe pockets, and quick use slots, but look out for higher tier ones that come with special extra buffs. Like this one has a unique passive that automatically deploys a smoke bomb at your feet when your shield is broken. And this last one is more of a bonus tip, so go into the options, then accessibility, and in here you can turn on override crosshair shape, which lets you change to different crosshair styles, or toggle on crosshair center dot if you prefer to have that. You can also adjust length of sections of the crosshair, the thickness, and color, but no amount of crosshair tinkering will give you good aim, so best of luck. Alright, that's all I have for you today, but if you want more on Arc Raiders, perhaps some later game stuff, maybe stick around on the channel if you're one of the new ones here. By the way, you can find a link down in the video description to grab Arc Raiders right now on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Thanks to Embark Studios for sponsoring the video and making this happen. As always, I've been Alex, continue to be Alex, and hope to see you stick around for my next one.
You guys chill? Who is that?
Yeah, we're chill as hell.
Wait, I know that voice.
Buenos dias, my child. Oh, I like seeing a lot of friendly.
Hello, guys.
Shoot.
Hello there,
Hello,
gentlemen.
Spot.
What's your name?
Billy.
I don't think I heard.